Hello Year 5. Today in maths we are going to be looking at dividing by 10, 100 and 1000. But let's first start with our Fluency in 5. Today's number is 246. You need to add 10, subtract 10, multiply by 10, multiply by 100, divide by 10, divide by 100, double it, which is the same as multiplying by 2, and half it, which is the same as dividing by 2. You may want to pause this video while you spend a little bit of time working out your answers on a piece of paper. Well done everybody. Let's go through the answers. 246 add 10 equals 256. 246 subtract 10 is 236. 246 multiplied by 10 is 2460. 246 multiplied by 100 is 24,600. 246 divided by 10 is 24.6. 246 divided by 100 is 2.46. 246 doubled is 492. And half of 246 is 123. Well done. Did you get all those right? So now we are moving on to today's learning. Today we are going to be focusing on dividing by 1000, and we're going to think about those connections between dividing by 1000 and dividing by 10 and 100. On the place value grid you will see the number 47,000. The first question is 47,000 divided by 10. The answer is 4,700. Here it is on a place value grid, 4,700. The next question is 47,000 divided by 100. The answer is 470. Again, this is on the place value grid. And lastly, 47,000 divided by 1,000 equals 47. On the place value grid, you might be able to see a pattern. Can you think what the pattern might be? Now have a think about these questions. Looking at the place value grids, what stays the same and what changes? You might want to stop the video and have a little think about it before we move on. So you will notice that the 47 stays the same, but it just moves places on each place value grid as you divide by 10, 100 or 1000. You will notice the 40 and the 7 moves one place to the right, when you divide by 10. It moves two places to the right when you divide by 100, and it moves three places to the right when you divide by 1000. Now let's have a look at some sentences. Can you fill in the missing gaps in these sentences? Number 1. To divide a number by 10, each digit moves so many places to the right on a place value grid. Number 2. Divide a number by 100. Each digit moves so many places to the right on the place value grid. And number 3. To divide a number by 1000, each digit moves so many places to the right on a place value grid. Have a little think. What answer goes in each of those boxes? Well done. Let's see if you're right. To divide a number by 10, each digit moves one place to the right on a place value grid. Number 2, to divide a number by 100, each digit moves 2 to the right on a place value grid. And number 3, to divide a number by 1000, each digit moves 3 places to the right on a place value grid. The way I remember this is when I am dividing by 10, the number 10 has 1 0, so I know that it must move one place to the right. And if it's moving to the right, my number is getting smaller, because my number is going to be 10 times smaller. For dividing by 100, there are 2 zeros in the number 100, so I know that my numbers must have to move 2 places to the right. Number 3, to divide a number by 1000, it has 3 zeros, so each number needs to move one place 3 places to the right. Now let's have a look at some questions. Here are a number of questions for you. Have a little go on a piece of paper. You might use a place value grid to help you. You might want to pause the video while you try and work them out. Well done. Let's go through the answers. 4,500 divided by 10 equals 415. 62,000 divided by 10 is 6,200. 739,300 divided by 10 is 73,930. 4,500 divided by 10 is 45. 62,000 divided by 100 is 620. 739,300 divided by 100 is 7,393. 760 divided by 10 equals 76. 7,600 divided by 100 equals 76. 76,000 divided by 1,000 equals 76. 30,000 divided by 1,000 equals 30. 300,000 divided by 1,000 equals 300. And 3 million divided by 1,000 is 3,000. Well done if you got all those correct. If not, keep practicing and we will get there. Your activity is now over on Purple Mash. Have a go using the methods that we have shown you today. If you're having any problems, come back to the video and watch it again. I look forward to seeing you submit your work. See you tomorrow.